Security office status. Security office status. Access restricted. Administrators notice all password protection has been disabled by order of Lawrence Goodfellow. Privacy is privilege and must be earned. Lift access restrictions. Disable auto-mechanical hostility protocol. Yay! Auto-mechanical status. Auto-mechanical disabled. All password protections. Blah, 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 blah. Sweet. Messages. Please explain. Dr. Lowe, I'm going to have to take the researcher's side on this one. Your absence during emergency is conspicuous? Conspicuous. Sure. I don't want to report you because I don't want any corporate auditors scheduling interviews with the entire staff while they're trying to meet deadline. The unplanned sabotage event already halted experimentation and development. We're trying to get our operations running again, and we could use all the help we can get. I'm already down one staff member. St. German's gone. You know why. You owe this team an explanation to any number of grievances. Your absence is the most urgent one, but I'll take an explanation as to why there are primals being held in the caverns near our waste disposal site. They're your primals, aren't they? Mr. Tanaka, no, I can't explain the primals. Primals defy explanation. They are a miracle of evolutionary adaptation and a treasure trove of interesting genetic material. It's not going to explain my alleged absence. Not going to explain my alleged absence either. This is because I'm not absent at all. My presence is implicit in the work of my researchers. For what? Oh, you're fine. The researchers still employed in this department are skilled and more than capable of repairing any damage done by the alleged saboteur. Please don't bother me again with trivial problems. You are the security chief. Stick to securing things, including but not limited to the safety of the lab and my privacy. Warm regards and pleasant felicitations? Sure. Dr. Jasper Lowe. Dr. Lowe, I've been finished filing my report. My official report on the unplanned sabotage event. Unfortunately, filing a report on a sabotage event requires me to also include a list of captured, apprehended, neutralized saboteurs. Company policy. No list means I'm getting arrested for dereliction of duty, and you're getting penalized for hiring me. Saboteurs is plural. I can't include Mr. St. German's name and be done with it. As a last resort, I have been forced to include the names of all former employees whose contracts were recently terminated in the dissemination. These researchers are no longer part of the Project Gorgon and will likely not survive without a job, so I may as well use their names to save our jobs. If I wrote my report last night, haven't been able to sleep since. This is to let you know that I will be filing for transfer at the end of the next cycle. Okay. Cool, so now we shouldn't have to deal with the automechanicals or any of the other devices. Because it's not like I need experience anyway, because I'm already max level for the DLC.
The effects of Compound X are inescapable. The refined excrement of the xenocyte life form. It's a fine powder, very fine. It finds its way into absolutely everything. Even in the water now, and the air. It settles like a veil over all of Gorgon. The laboratory techs get the worst of it. We all appreciated the boost to mood and productivity at first, but we're at each other's throats in an instant now. I've had to break up 2 fistfights this week alone. This aggression must be inherent to the formula, to Compound X. How do I stop it?
That's a good question. Okay, let's go see what this terminal does over here. Compound harvesting, enrichment, and molecularization laboratory. Oh, chem lab. Got it. Compound harvesting, enrichment, and molecularization laboratory. Critical update. Dear Sir and/or Madam, this is an automated message triggered by the Special Source Contingency Management Program. Please do not respond to this message. SCCM program? Nice. Congratulations. Contingency number 77-1. Abundance of raw material is now in effect. Due to a higher than projected volume of Compound X harvested in the laboratory, your production quotas have been raised by 200%. Please bear in mind that bi-weekly quota reviews are automatically generated and forwarded to Project Gorgon Administration and the Office of Creative Incubation. Any dereliction in production will be reflected in your review. Okay. Experimentation notes not found. Memory retrieval failed. Corruption detected in memory unit. Physical damage detected. 1 remaining logs available. Open last entry. Experiment enrichment Compound X attempt number 89. Exposed Compound X sample to N-ray concentrate for 30 seconds. Consulted research notes. Notes incomplete and damaged. Exposed Compound X rate concentrate for 60 seconds. Sample failed. Toxicity levels high. Dispose. Exposed Compound X sample for attempt number 90. Woke up. Fell asleep at table. Sample failed. Exposure to lab atmosphere. Toxicity levels high. Disposed. Research is minimum. Unplanned sabotage event destroyed any relevant research notes. Forced to rely on outdated notes. Expected time lost 6 to 17 months. Attempt to replicate research unsuccessful. We'll try again after resting eyes for a minute. Okay. So what we're saying is bad juju. There's nothing over here I need, right? Okay, so I already went through that pretty thoroughly, so we can go over here and go in here. What's that bot? Another bot.
Roscoe, it's Georgie. If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up at the Sprat Shack. And you're not gonna like this one bit. I was trying to steal our recordings when things went crazy. I know. Like I said, sorry. And I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble if I don't get them, so if you want to save my bacon, you need to do it for me. I need the 3 interviews we did with Ambrose, this one here, plus another recording of my own. I left that last one with a guy who owed me a favor at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine. I'll leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. Oh, and don't listen to my log, all right? Just stay safe and keep your head down.
Okay, cool. I guess Peacemaker. Dude, that thing looks cool. Of course, the one thing I told myself I was not going to do, I did. Doing that. So here. Ah, I knew I found one there. I thought there was one where you found an unexpected phonograph in a place of the one Roscoe described. Yeah, so I still gotta look through all of this. That's what I was supposed to be doing.
Can't keep us out.
There are 2 terminals? Yeah, there's one there. Do this one first, I guess. Terminal access main laboratory. Damage to data storage detected. Memory malfunction detected. Unable to retrieve data. Run diagnostics. Not been complete. Damage processing unit memory. Formula samples. Formula. Nothing's found. Research data. Corruption detected. Research. Or 1 log found. Open last entry. To whom it may concern, this morning I and my colleagues gathered in the reception hall. Every 10th staff member at this laboratory was released from service. I am one of them. My indetriment contract to Spacer's Choice, which stipulates a lifetime of productive service as a researcher in the field of organic chemistry, has been terminated. I have served Spacer's Choice for most of my life. Working at the Gorgon facility is the highlight of my career. If I leave Gorgon, I will have nowhere else to go, because my contract guaranteed my work for the duration of my life. To end that contract is tantamount to ending my life. If you have the power to reconsider your decision, I ask you kindly to reconsider. I'm willing to work without pay if necessary. This job is all I have. Please allow me to fortify my spirit by continuing to work respectfully. Well, that sucks. Dr. Lowe, I'm afraid I don't know where your research notes are. I searched materials processing and discreetly asked the receptionist, but nothing turned up. If I had to guess, you left them in the basement laboratory. I'd venture down there myself, but you know how I feel about primals. I apologize for the weakness of my constitution. Sir, if your research notes do not turn up in the basement, may I ask you to think favorably on me when OCI asks you for a budget review? Word around the lab is that Goodfellow and the other leaders at the OCI want to make some deep cuts in our staff. If there's any truth to this rumor, I hope you'll remember that I've always supported your desire to find a better, safer version of AT. Respectfully. Messages. Can we please? Dr. Lowe, I think I speak for all my colleagues in the laboratory when I say I'm worried about the OCI's treatment of our facilities. I can understand dismissing 10% of our staff as a punitive measure. I can understand cutting our deadlines in half in order to motivate us. But, and forgive me, Dr. Lowe, but I can't understand demanding that we send human inquiry our untested compounds. Many of these compounds aren't tested because we know they're failures. Increasing production means proportionately decreasing quality of enrichment, which means lower compatibility with human metabolism, which means higher rate and intensity of dangerous and potentially lethal side effects. Compound X is a highly complicated formula harvested from the waste of xenocytes. It's complicated because unlike other over 50% of Spacer's Choice nutritional catalog, the compound was not designed for human consumption. Nice. If the good people at OCI understand the complexity of the compound we're dealing with, there's a chance they'll give us the time and resources we need. We just need to get them to understand. This is a problem of miscommunication, Jasper. Just let me go up there and give them a presentation. I'll use markers and everything. What do you think? Can we do this? Dr. Pahlavi, the OCI are comprised by a gaggle of carrion feeders. You go up there with your markers and your charts and your diagrams, and they'll chew this flesh off your bones and then charge me for the meal. It is absolutely critical that I finish my research in peace and as soon as possible without interference from the OCI. So, in answer to your question, no, we fucking can't. Best, Jasper Lowe. Personal files. Work fortifies the spirit. From T Meadows. Today we received our updated timetable from management courtesy of Mr. Goodfellow. 6-week deadlines are now 3-week deadlines. Some of my colleagues have been sacrificing sleep in order to meet their deadlines. Others have been medicating themselves with very small doses of enriched Compound X in order to combat the fatigue. Work fortifies the spirit, so we will carry on. I count myself fortunate to have been spared in the dissemination. My former colleagues have nowhere to go. Their departure corresponded with a few critical doses of enriched Compound X disappearing from our storage. Correlation does not imply causation, so I will not imply theft. I am concerned by the side effects of Compound X. Even in its refined state, repeated use damages synaptic patterns in the brain. Paranoia, violence, psychosis, and intense anxiety will haunt a repeated user for the rest of their short lives. Our enriched process does not combat the side effects of Compound X. We were close to a breakthrough, but the damage to our research terminals is irreversible. My hope is that human inquiry will see the effects of this compound in their own tests and report these tests to creative incubation. If incubation is as chilled by these results as I am, they may provide us with more time and more resources. Subject: unplanned sabotage event. From Bree Guthier, moment of silence for the recent batch of enriched Compound X. The elegant complexity of molecular structure manufactured in the hallucination of my own sleep-deprived mind. 30% lower rate of addiction, 75% compatible with human metabolism, and with a side effect coefficient of just 0.65. You are our most promising compound yet. Human inquiry would have been delighted to pour you into a syringe and stick you inside a test subject. You were destroyed in an unplanned sabotage event, which is to say that Mr. Mosley's fancy tables couldn't predict this would have happened. You were almost perfect. Our lab will never see the likes of you again. Compound X is notoriously difficult to enrich. Its molecular structure is fussy. In small doses, the compound provides a boost to energy and productivity. The clever buggers at OCI do not seem to understand this principle and have asked us to increase our dosage with every batch. High dosage Compound X is even harder to enrich, and a poorly enriched, poverty-stricken chemical has none of the protective layers that inhibited dangerous side effects. So what do we have as a cocktail of very bad side effects chased down with one massive rush of euphoric energy? Pleasant, but incredibly dangerous. I can only hope HIA's reports agree with my assessment. Whew. Okay, need a sip after that. Ugh. Is that everything? Yeah, I think we're good.
staying out of sight.
Loot, loot, loot. Let's see what else we can find around here. Oh, you can open that door. Okay. Okay, so we've been practically everywhere. Yep. So now we just gotta like go down that path.
Moving.
I'd hate to have died right here. It would suck. What were you saying, Mel? Oh, sorry. Still love you though. How's your hair looking?
Some parts didn't want to take it.
How much did you put in it? The whole thing?
It's only a little too.
Oh, the fancy stuff?
Teal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some parts just aren't bleached.
Absorb.
Take it in.
We walked into the lab, I thought
They're a little weirdly colored, like
I to. Of course, the answer had to be Primos.
I'm added it.
Be right there.
Gotcha. I mean, you could always, wash in some of the other stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Free.
I have two companions, if that's what you mean. No.
You want some of this?
Here goes nothing.
Oh, that's the last of him.
party.
I'm going.
And I'm like, why is she still getting hurt? Just got a little ways to go. Okay, she's looking better now. Oh, so much loot, so little time. Oh, it's still sealed. I figured coming this way we would be able to open it. Weird. What's up, auto mechanical bro? Like the ability to hack all these guys at once using a terminal. Just programming them to leave me alone. Alright, I think we're good. I think we got everything we can out here.
Night falls on Gorgon. Though I suppose it's always dark here in the void. The lab is empty, and I am at last alone. I'm preoccupied with thoughts of the single-celled xenocytes that make their home here on this rock. These primordial creatures persist despite the hostility of their surroundings. No, they require adversity to thrive. Perhaps that's why our bodies react to theirs. There is a harmony in us. The law didn't craft us for the void, yet we scrabble across its cold worlds, building, persisting, as the xenocytes do.
You're remarkably intent on scuttling my every plan.
Against all odds, we
How
live.
inconsiderate.
For how long?
But for how long?
Especially after I've gone to so much effort to see Gorgon rest in peace.
Gone so much effort. Why do you insist on waking it up?
Waking it up.
But Gorgon's been a ruin for years and years. You think they've been here the whole time?
The Project Gorgon's dead, right? It's shut down for good. There's no way anybody could get this place running again.
Wouldn't shock me. Wish they did a better job on increasing that voice.